What's up, everyone? This is FP Sticks. In today's video, I kind of want to just have a open and honest conversation with you guys about how I feel about the current state of PvP in Pokemon Go. So all of the things that are going to be discussed in this video, you should know that it's coming. My perspective on this, I'm very passionate about PvP. Like, honestly, once PvP was released in Pokemon Go, this really, I was already pretty hooked on the game, but this is really like the aspect of the game that I was looking forward to the most. And when Niantic finally released PvP, man, I was hooked from the beginning. And I'm gonna try to structure this video by listing a bunch of positives that I think Niantic has done with PvP here in the beginning, and then we'll get into some things that obviously need to be fixed and kind of addressed. But first of all, just the fact that we have PvP in this game is really great. For those of you who have been playing since the beginning, the game was really kind of becoming monotonous and kind of the same old collecting and once raids came out, that was really great. But once PvP came out, it really had that competitive edge that I know a lot of us have been looking for. And we kind of need to keep in mind like all of the positive updates that Niantic has done to PvP. I think all of the new moves that they've added for Pokemon are really great. I think the move rebalancing that they have done is also really great. I love the way that they have actually structured PvP into 3 different leagues and having specific CP ranges in each of the leagues to really allow different Pokemon to be featured. This season, they're even implementing Premier Cup, as we know, which is kind of confined meta in Master League, which is cool because they seem to be somewhat taking some ideas from the Sylph Arena in regards to what they do with PvP. So I think there's a decent amount of positives that Niantic has done in regards to PvP. Some things that are quite unfortunate that I have personally felt, and again, these are just kind of what I've experienced. Maybe you have a different experience with this, but I constantly feel like Niantic puts PvP, the aspect of PvP, kind of on the back burner of their priorities list in their game. And it's understandable why, right? Like, even though I feel like the PvP community is continuing to grow, I feel like the people that actually do actively participate in PvP in Pokemon Go is a small subset of the overall player base. There's still so many people that play Pokemon Go, which is awesome. Like, I hope we continue to play and have fun with this game. So it makes sense that Niantic seems to cater most of their updates and bug fixes on aspects of the game that are not necessarily PvP related. For example, we just got a update where we can put stickers on gifts. Maybe you're thrilled about that. That's great. I thought it was kind of interesting that they are devoting their time into putting an update like that when there's still so many bugs and glitches in the game, even non-PvP related bugs and glitches. We still are waiting on being able to invite friends to remote raids, but that hopefully should be pretty awesome when that is actually able to take place. But it always feels like, and I think the thing that's most frustrating for me in some of these scenarios is it just feels like at times Niantic is not able to, maybe they're unaware of the specific bugs, or they just don't want to own up to the fact that there are very apparent bugs in their PvP mechanics. Switching out of CMP, losing fast moves, weird CMP tie losses where you should be winning, the desynchronization of fast moves where you slightly lag after throwing a charge move, just lagging at the beginning of matches. I've been getting that one pretty lately. The recent Go Battle League exploit that we experienced, and as we know, Go Battle League has been shut down for a decent amount of time now, and I just hope that Niantic is really spending the time to take a look at some of these glitches that have been persisting in PvP and fix them. it's kind of underwhelming, or it's kind of I'm not sure if Niantic really wants PvP to become extremely competitive or to become an esport. Um, with their introduction of the leaderboards this season, or it might have been last season, it is very apparent. Well, it seems to be somewhat apparent that they have more of a focus on the competitive aspect of stuff. But it still just feels like, with how many bugs and glitches are in the game, that I feel like this game will never become an esport if these bugs and glitches persist. I feel like, as content creators, we've done a pretty good job at really building the player base and the fan base for PvP, and I feel like there are a lot of people that are really diehard PvP fans, and all we want is for this game to just function correctly. We just want the mechanics to be smooth. One of the updates that I think was really cool that they did with PvP is, I don't know how many of you guys PvP'd back in the day, but in order to charge your charge moves, you used to have to tap the screen very fast, and then depending on how fast you tapped it within that duration of time, that was going to dictate whether you got nice, great, or excellent. I think the new mechanic, well, it's not new anymore, but the mechanic of doing all those little animation games to do the charge move is really cool. I still think that like a user interface redesign would be really great if we had designated switch buttons that maybe weren't so close to the charge moves. Because I know all of us experience this from time to time. You try to swap, but either the game lags or you slightly misclick and you end up clicking an incorrect charge move, which is just a huge bummer. So I don't know. In order for this game to become an esport, Niantic has to be fully on board with the fact that this game just needs to be smooth and function more correctly. Because I feel like the interest is there. I feel like the player base is there. But it's always so unclear, at least to me, how Niantic feels about like where they want to go with PvP. Do they want to keep it more casual based to try to get, more people involved with it, or do they want to spend their time working on stickers or stuff like that? I don't know. Please feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys think about the current state of PvP. Honestly, I have been missing playing Go Battle League. I think it's been a good break for me to kind of not have to worry about doing my sets every day. But I am really hoping that when Go Battle League does return, that it is nice and smooth. And in all of these scenarios, I'm not optimistic. I try to be as realistic as possible. And I'm going to be honest, Niantic really seems to have a track record of every time an update gets released, there's a new glitch or a new bug. Remember one of the most recent updates where they broke overtapping? Overtapping was an issue back in the day, but we as battlers were actually able to play around it and develop this style of gaining energy called piggybacking, where you would try to synchronize your charge move right after your opponent throws in order to not allow your opponent to sneak a fast move in. So as battlers, we are always having to like adapt to these weird glitches that are present in the game to try to allow the gameplay to just work how it should be in the first place. So here's hoping. I'm sincerely hoping that after this update, they're able to fix a lot of these bugs. Again, please let me know in the comments how you feel about PvP. It is my kind of goal as a content creator to get as many people involved in PvP as possible, because I still have so much fun with PvP. Even when there's even when there's glitches and bugs, PvP is by far my favorite part of this game, and it's really what keeps me coming back time and time again to play this game, and it's what has grown my channel. And so I'm a huge fan of PvP, and I would just love to continue to see Niantic hopefully pay more close attention to the specific mechanics that are taking place within their game. I would love if they would have a more honest and open line of communication with the players when we do complain about specific glitches. And kind of just acknowledge that, yes, they are aware of this particular glitch. They are working on it. That's, for me personally, that's all I would really need to see. If I got some acknowledgement from Niantic where they addressed the specific issue, then I would know, at least as a player, that, okay, this company actually knows how their game is functioning, and that maybe in a little bit of time this will be fixed. But awareness is key, and sometimes I just feel like they're not aware of the specific mechanics that are taking place. All that being said, I really hope this video did not come across as super negative. I think it's pretty important for us to just be able to kind of have an open and honest conversation about the current state of PvP. I love PvP so much, and I would be so thrilled if they could just smooth this stuff out, because I really feel like that is the only thing that's holding this game back from really being something that could be very competitive. You have a lot of top battlers from around the world. We really try to perfect our craft, learn our typings, learn our move counts, and increase our playing skill here. But when the game is clunky, it just kind of slaps you in the face after you've acquired all that knowledge and skill. So again, let me know what you've been thinking about in the comments, the current state of PvP. I'll commentate over some of these final auto-rect battles here, but I hope you always appreciate the open and honest content on my channel here. Try to do my best to just keep it real and always let you guys know how I'm feeling about stuff. I never try to sugarcoat anything. I think these last two battles are against my wife, Katie. Credilli against Frostlass. Surprisingly, Avalanche is actually still going to hit Credilli for super effective because Rock does not resist Ice. And so I do have to shield that up. But Grass Knot would do a lot of damage to Frostlass. I actually do let the Cradily go down there. I bring up my slow bro. I'm able to confusion down Frostlass, which is good for me. Got a little bit of stored energy. Out comes Tentacruel. This is very favorable for me. I'm hitting for super effective. I'm anticipating getting hit by an acid spray because honestly, I'm going to resist all of the other moves. Maybe this Tentacruel could be running Sludge Wave as well. But it's just an acid spray, so I'm going to let this get through. It does drop my defense, which is not great. This is going to be another acid spray, which still isn't going to be enough to KO me. And then I'm... oh, she brings out Machamp, and then she's able to counter me down. I bring out my shiny Primeape, and I'm going to be able to counter this Machamp down. So we're going to take that game there. Good game. I really need to double move this Primeape. Man, it pops up in Auto-Rec so many times. It's hilarious. This Night Slash will be able to take out this Tentacruel. Awesome. Make sure you guys check me out on Twitch at some point for one of my live streams. You get to hang out with me. We get to chat. We get to battle each other. It's always a lot of fun. And when Go Battle League does come back up, that's most of the time what I'm streaming. But I do viewer battles as well. Blossom into Tentacruel. The Tentacruel's hitting me for super effective while I'm only hitting for neutral. However, with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade combination, I'm going to be able to rip off these charge moves pretty fast. And it hits for neutral damage. I'm going to throw another Leaf Blade here, hopefully get a shield. And I do get a shield, which is good for me. This is going to be another Acid Spray, and then most likely I'm going to switch out of this matchup to clear my debuff. I bring in March Stomp. There's that Machamp again. It's kind of funny that Machamp and Tentacruel got recommended 2 games in a row. That's pretty crazy. The Surf does a lot of damage. Surf and Mud Bomb both are the same energy cost, but I believe Surf is slightly more energy efficient. They both get Stab as well. Also, it's a shiny Marsh Stomp, so it just looks so great. This Rock Slide is resisted. I think that's a single-moved Machamp, I'm going to be honest. I still have 2 shields here. I'm going to bring out Mew to farm this thing down. I will shield up because I know this is going to be another Rock Slide. Again, I think this Machamp is only single-moved here, so... Got some loaded energy on Mew. I am rocking Shadow Claw as a fast move, and then Wild Charge and Ice Beam to give us some nice coverage there. Out comes the Tentacruel again. I believe this might have been a CMP tie, but I'm just going to throw the Wild Charge. Down goes Tentacruel. It's a Vespiquen in the back. I'm going to throw this Wild Charge here, but the Bug Bites are hitting me for super effective because of Mew's Psychic typing. Oh man, I'm going to bring out Blossom. And this X-Scissor is going to take out Blossom, and then the Bug Bites are going to just barely take me out. Very close game. Good game there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let's have a conversation in the comments there. What do you think about the current state of PvP? What do you think what are some improvements Niantic could make to PvP to make it even better? Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.